Did you know that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of Yah? My goal is to bless you with the Word. Listen to it while you're driving. Listen to it while you're walking along the way. Listen to it when you lay down at night. Listen to the Word.
Joshua chapter 3 verses 5 and 7, chapter 5 verse 2 through chapter 6 verse 1, and Joshua chapter 6 verse 27. Yahawashi said to the people, "Consecrate yourselves, because tomorrow Yahweh is going to work wonders among you." Then Yahawashi said to the Kohanim, "Take the ark for the covenant and go on ahead of the people." They took the ark for the covenant and went ahead of the people. Yahweh said to Yahawashi, "Starting today, I will make you great in full view of all Israel, so that they will know that just as I was with Moshe, so I will be with you." It was at that time that Yahweh said to Yahawashi, "Make yourself knives of flint and circumcise the people of Israel again, a second time." So Yahawashi made himself knives of flint and circumcised the people of Israel at Givat Ha-Aralat, the hill of foreskins. The reason Yahawashi was circumcised was that all the people who had left Egypt, who were males, all the fighting men, had died in the desert along the way after leaving Egypt. For although all the people who left Egypt had been circumcised, all those who had been born in the desert on the way as they went on from Egypt had not been circumcised. Because the people of Israel walked 40 years in the desert until the whole nation, that is, the fighting men who had left Egypt, had died out, because they had not heeded what Yahweh said. Yahweh had sworn that he would not allow them to see the land which Yahweh swore to their ancestors that he would give us, a land flowing with milk and honey. So he raised up their children to take their place, and it was these whom Yahawashi circumcised. Till then, they had been uncircumcised, because they had not been circumcised while traveling. When all the nation had been circumcised, every one of them, they stayed where they were in camp until they had healed. Yahweh said to Yahawashi, "Today I have rolled off from you the stigma of Egypt." This is why the place has been called Gilgal, rolling, ever since. The people of Israel camped at Gilgal, and they observed Pesach on the 14th day of the month, there on the plains of Jericho. The day after Pesach, they ate what the land produced, matzah and roasted ears of grain that day. The following day, after they had eaten food produced in the land, the manna ended. From then on, the people of Israel no longer had manna. Instead, that year they ate the produce of the land of Canaan. One day, when Yahawashi was there by Jericho, he raised his eyes and looked, and in front of him stood a man with his drawn sword in his hand. Yahawashi went over to him and asked him, "Are you on our side or on the side of our enemies?" "No," he replied, "but I am the commander of Yahweh's army. I have come just now." Yahawashi fell down with his face to the ground and worshipped him, then asked, "What does my Lord have to say to his servant?" The commander of Yahweh's army answered Yahawashi, "Take your sandals off your feet, because the place where you are standing is holy." And Yahawashi did so. Jericho had completely barricaded its gates against the people of Israel. No one left and no one entered. So Yahweh was with Yahawashi, and people heard about him throughout the land.